Today in Tarkov, I was doing some quests for Therapist and Skier, both involving the dorms on customs. I figured if I wanted to try doing both quests, it would be easier to go at night, so I threw together a night raid kit with all of the gear I had in my stash. Armed with a decent 5.45 AK and a night vision monocular, I was ready to head in. I just want to preface this by saying that this video is kind of an experiment for me, as I'm doing large-scale color correction here for a lot of the dark scenes, so I'm totally new at it, and I think it might be kind of ruining the visual quality a bit. So just let me know what you think in the comments so that I can fix it or just avoid doing night raids in future videos. I spawned in near the old gas station, and after looting one of the stashes in the area, I only had a little bit of time left to push towards the dorms before night fell. After crossing the main road, I took a painkiller in preparation for what I might find in the dorms. It's best to play things safe when possible. After entering the building, I cleared the second floor to make sure I was alone, and then I proceeded to loot a few jackets in one of the rooms upstairs. I then moved downstairs to begin clearing there as well, so I could push for dorm room 114, where Therapist's quest item lied. Since unlocking the flea market, I had spent some time purchasing all the keys for customs that I was likely to use, so I wanted to get my money's worth out of the dorm's keys. After looting 114, I pushed across the hall to loot the other safe room. After I finished looting, I then made my move for the 3-story dorms, where I would have to find the golden lighter for Skier. The hallway looked clear enough, so I decided to push in. Rashal and his boys were in the building. I had to be careful. My armor had taken the brunt of the hit there, but I was still wounded. I went to go heal, and then I heard them pushing towards me. I quickly poked back into the room to heal my thorax. Once my chest was in a better condition, I pushed back into the hallway and threw a grenade, hoping to flush out any guards in the area. With 2 guards dead, there were still 2 guards in Rashala unaccounted for, so I had to move carefully through the building. Before pushing onwards, I took a moment to repack magazines and make sure I had my best mag loaded into my weapon. Before pushing upstairs, I wanted to check the guards I had killed to make sure there wasn't better armor I could wear on them. The first one had no good armor, so I pushed into the bathroom to clear it and make sure there weren't any guards hiding inside. It was now time to cautiously push up to the 3rd story where my last quest item was at. With the gunfire and grenades over at the 2-story dorms, I assumed Rashal and his guards had pushed across, so I decided to try and quickly loot what I could before leaving the area. I wanted to go back for the other guard, but I was already heavy and I thought I heard someone pushing across from the 2-story dorm, so I wanted to get out of this spot quickly. I still had to make it all the way across the river, so I pushed out into the darkness. I was so heavy that I could hardly move, so I took a moment to drop a few of the items that I felt like I didn't need just to save some weight. I had successfully crossed the junk bridge, but I still had to push to the other side of the red warehouse, so I kept scanning for scavs and other players. I moved slowly so I could regenerate my stamina while also clearing as many angles as possible. I made the final push to the cabin, and after unlocking the door, I hid the lighter inside of the couch cushions. With that quest done, it was time to push towards the trailer park where I could leave. I made it without any issue, and I survived to fight another night. After turning my quests in, I was given a new one by Skier, Chemical Part 1. This required me to find a specific item in a train car on the customs, so I went back in at night and hoped to get it done. I had spawned at the trailer park on the far side of the map, so I decided to push up to the big red warehouse and loot the director's office. After taking everything of value, I pushed towards the river where I would make my crossing. Everything seemed as clear as it could be, so I decided to push across while I still could. I also made the decision to stop and check the stashes under these pipes, hoping to find some valuable items to sell. A car battery. This would slow down the pace of my entire raid, but it was valuable. I needed it for Therapist. I had heard scavs up on the road, so I pushed up cautiously, hoping to take them out without being noticed. The scavs were dead, but I wanted to avoid the crack house and stronghold area as cultists can spawn there at night. I decided to push alongside the main road towards the new gas station where I would hopefully find a gap in the fence to cross over. My bag was heavy, so my movement was inhibited, but I pushed up and ran when I could. After scanning, I pushed across the road towards the new gas station where I was expecting to find resistance from scavs. I took a moment to quietly gather intel. It looked like there were at least several scavs in this area. I would have to be careful with how I engaged them, as Rashala and the boys could easily be around back. I dropped my bag just in case I would have to move quickly, and then I went around to the other side of the crate to start the fight. I went back to grab my bag, and then I pushed into the gas station where I was hoping to loot the safe in the office. As I finished looting the safe, I thought I heard something outside, so I went back to check.
Ты куда?
I went back inside to repack mags and eat in peace before I would have to move out again. I was now ready to move back out, so I slipped on my night vision and went out into the night. After being spooked by that scav, I pushed to the white cabin so I could repack a mag and also check the box in the bag for items. It was now time to push back across the street and through the fence towards my objective. It seemed like there were still scavs in the area, so I took a moment to regain my stamina while I also listened for any movement. Now that I could run again, I made the final push for the train car. After grabbing my quest item, I also took a drink of this kvass that someone had left laying around. It was sealed though, don't worry. I had a good feeling about the scavs I had just killed, so I pushed in to check them for loot. My feeling was wrong, but I stayed in the area to check the 2 computers in the back of this van. I'd also purchased the USEC stash key, so I pushed towards that building hoping to get lucky with the locked room. I flipped up my NVGs and started to clear the building. I also dropped my bag near the first door I would open in case there was a fight that required some extra movement. The ground floor seemed clear, so I went back and unlocked the first USEC stash room. There wasn't anything too crazy in the first room, but I pushed towards the second hoping to find some better loot. After I finished looting, I took a painkiller in preparation for my final push to my extraction point. I could hear scavs in the area, but I decided to make the push in the opposite direction towards the ZB-1011 bunker. I had successfully made the journey, and now I was home free. I went to Skier to turn my quest item in, and he gave me Chemical Part 2, which required me to return to the dorm, so I took off my night vision goggles and went back in. had been killed, so this was the end of my run, but I wasn't too upset as I had gotten a lot of quests done and I had gotten my money's worth out of that kit. Overall, I was pretty happy, but my adventure would have to wait to continue until the next time I could play. Now, I would just like to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would love to hear some feedback, especially about the color correction and just how easy it was to see this. It'd be great if you included like what device you're watching this on, just so I have a general idea of if there's a difference between, you know, looking at it on a monitor versus a phone and whatnot. And then also, I would like to apologize for how long it took to get this out. I've been pretty busy with the Discord server, and then I also tried streaming, so that set my routine back a little bit. But I'm working to get these out as quickly as possible. If you want to join the Discord server, there should be a link in the description below, as well as the pinned comment, I would imagine. And if you want some info on the streams, that should also be in the pinned comment. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and for all of the support that I've gotten with all of these videos. And always remember to take care of yourself and have a good night.